What's up, you guys, and welcome back to session 8 of the T Spot. Um, it's been a hell of a week, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's Wednesday, so I'm posting today. I have about 3 hours to edit. It usually takes me about 3 hours to edit, and that's because I had a ton of homework to do yesterday, and like I have a speech tomorrow, and I need help, and my advisor's not emailing me back or texting me. It's just really stressful, but I just need to calm down for real, and we're gonna get through it. It's Wednesday. Don't have class on Friday, so I have one more day of this crappy week. Oh, on top of that, like I'm taking an online class, online psychology, and like I don't know why I did that to myself. Cause what? It's not going so well. But I'm gonna pick it back up. Cause I literally only have a month of school left. I just have to get through these few more weeks and we're green. So we're gonna get through it together. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for a lot of the support for last session. The topic is a little bit sensitive, like kind of, but I feel like it's great that I told my own story, my own experience. Everyone has their own experiences, so I just wanted to share mine, and yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I think that you guys did. There was a lot of support, and I just love you all. I also want to apologize for being very inactive on my socials. I'm kind of trying to take a social media break, so like I really only get on to post and that's it, because I'm just trying to find other things that I can do rather than just being on social media all the time. So I will be back like more active when I feel like I'm ready for that, and I feel like I am like stable enough and have enough time to just sit around and be on social media. So I'm just taking a break, and I do apologize, but I will be back very soon. So like I said, everyone really has their own experiences. So today session is about my own experience in being a part of the LGBTQ community, how it all started, and yeah, I'm just kind of really just telling my story, just like last session, but a little bit of a different route, obviously. So yeah, if you didn't know and you're watching, now you do know I like girls. And I'm in a 5 month, almost 6 months next Sunday with my beautiful girlfriend Noelle. And yeah, it's been a really good 5 months. I've been really happy, and yeah, I do like girls. So I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about my experience, some of my parents' point of views, other family members, other people, friends, whatever, and just how I figured this out. So, and everyone's experience of like coming out or just realizing that they are lesbian or gay or bisexual or pansexual is all different, and I just wanted to share my own, because it's an interesting story, but yeah, I just wanted to share my own. Okay, so like when I was younger, I was like curious, I guess you could say, but like all kids are really curious, so honestly, it wasn't like nothing crazy. Like I didn't go around just kissing girls or whatever. But I was a curious girl. I liked looking at butts. But doesn't everybody? Like, anyways, so yeah, I did like doing that. That's something I did do a lot when I was younger, and my mom, I never really like we don't really think of it too much anymore. Like we don't even bring it up, but like when I was younger, I like very strongly remember her saying like, if you ever think that you like girls, you can tell me. I'm always gonna love you. And I'm sitting here like 10 years old, like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, so just brushed over my head. Obviously it was still in the back of my mind, like, maybe I do like girls, but it was not something that was just there. It was just a thought sometimes. I would say the summer of my junior year, I realized that I was bi curious, and I was like, girls. I played AAU for this team that I played for in 6th grade, and I just went back to them for my last AAU season. And obviously, I'm playing with girls. Hello. But this team was different. We did so much team bonding. We were with each other like every day in the summer. So I saw these girls every single day in the summer. So we all grew very good friendships. I even like stayed overnight with some of them because my mom would have work. So we would like once I stayed with a teammate in Indiana, and then the next tournament, like a week or two later, we went to Atlanta, and my mom obviously couldn't go, so I stayed with another teammate. So like I began to get very close with these girls, and I consider them my very close friends. So we're just bonding. So there was this one girl on the team, and I felt like she was kind of flirty towards me, but I also just felt like, I mean, like friendly way. It was a back and forth, like, is she flirting with me, or is she just being like trying to be friends for real? So like I was around her every single day, obviously around all of them every day, with them every weekend, like long weekends, and traveling with them. So I felt myself starting to get feelings for her, but I didn't know if it was just because we were around each other every single day. So I never really addressed them. I was just like, this is just a silly crush. And I'm not gonna lie, if you know anything about girls AAU, this happens. People get in relationships during the AAU season. Like, you form crushes because you're around these girls so much. So that was my mindset. I'm like, there's no way I like girls. Like, there's no way I like her because I've never liked a girl in my life. So I didn't really think nothing of it. So the season continues to go on, and I still kind of have these feelings, and I'm still kind of getting like the idea or whatever that she's kind of feeling me too. And so the last game, like, we were in Atlanta and it was our last game. I ended up telling her on the way home because she texted me like, "Oh, do you have something to tell me?" So I was like, "Girl, you already know. Clearly I'm not doing a good job at hiding this." So I told her, that I liked her or whatever, and she told me that she liked me too. So then, like, or I would say like July, we started talking. So I was talking to my first girl. I was talking to a girl for the first time. And it was a weird feeling, like, yes, like I was attracted to her by her looks. Yes, I was attracted to her mindset at the time, and I just felt like it was a lot different than liking guys. Like I actually felt like somebody liked me for once, and I just wanted to get in my pants. So it was different. The feelings were different. I felt a different type of liking for this girl. We actually lived an hour away from each other. So I didn't really get to see her that much because my car was a piece of shit. So I wasn't about to be driving an hour like a lot of times out of the week just to see her. We hung out like twice out of the whole summer. So yeah, out of the whole time we were talking, maybe 3 times, but we didn't really hang out that much. It was more just FaceTime, texting, and flirting and stuff. But yes, this is when I really was like, okay, I'm bi-curious for sure because I like a girl right now, but I still kind of have a little interest in guys. I was confused, as a lot of people would say. So we ended up talking for like 3 months. So like the rest of July, August, September, October ish. And then at the beginning of October, she just told me, bruh, she just cut me off for real in the devious way, the most devious way. Okay, it wasn't the most devious way because I've been done worse, but she was just like typical what every says, like, really? Oh my gosh. It was like, it's not you, it's me. I just feel like this is just too good to be true. Girl, what? And then like weeks later, she's talking about liking a boy. So, girl, I don't even know. Me and one of my best friends, we laugh about this all the time. She always talks about me for liking a straight girl because she was like really like scared to be affectionate in person too. So it kind of gave she really didn't like girls for real. But I knew that I did. Like, I knew that I did. Like, girl, what are you talking about? But yeah, I don't think she's been with the girl since. I don't know. Don't keep tabs on her. But yes, she did cut me off. And, you know, it was my first girl crush. So I was a little bit upset. But, so yeah, I eventually got over that. But then this other girl started to text me. And I knew her because, like, we're friends of a friend. We had the same friends. But she was also texting me like when I was talking to the other girl. But you know, when I'm talking to one person, like I said in the relationships session, I'm talking to one person. I'm not about to dibble and dabble with two people. So like I never talked to her again. But then after me and the other girl stopped talking, she began to start texting me again. And I'm like, okay, I can say this now because she did me so grimy. Like, fuck that bitch. Like, she did me in the worst way. So I can say this. I was not attracted to her at all. She was not cute to me. Like, I tried a lot of times to be like, maybe if you turn her head this way, no, she was just not cute to me. And it was very hard for me to even respond to her back because, like, I didn't know my type in girls yet, but I knew that ain't what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. She was also a stud. So if you know, you know. Them studs have nigga mentality, in which she did. So I was really hesitant about like getting to know this girl, even responding to any of the texts. I was super, super hesitant. I was like, I done heard about studs, and nah, you're not about to sit up here and break my heart. No. But she did. And I'm not even trying to sound cocky for real, but she was on my body. Like, literally, you can ask all my friends. I know you guys probably won't, but she was on my, like, you were on it bad. Like, what? She was on my body. She was sending me money, talking about, I'll send you guys money. Da 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 da. Did I take some of that money? I did. But when it was like larger amounts, I didn't take it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she tried to send me $50 for gas to drive to come see her. She also lived an hour away. And I was like, girl, you could keep your money. She bought me a pair of shoes. Like, she made me her lock screen before we even hung out. Like, she was on my dick, bro. She was on my dick. Like, bad. I'm not even trying to sound like no cocky. She was on that. I did decide to entertain her a little bit because I'm like, okay, sometimes you gotta give the other people a chance. No shade. Sometimes you gotta give them a chance. So, you know, I decided to give her a chance. And I also really liked the chase because I would not respond to her for hours, days, and she would still like constantly be trying to talk to me. And it all kind of felt too good to be true because ain't nobody ever been on my dick this bad. So I'm like, what are you really trying to do? What are you really trying to do? Yeah, I decided to kind of feed into it a little bit. And we hung out a few times, and like when I saw her in person, I was just like, no, 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 and some more no. Like, this is just, and it's not because, it definitely wasn't because she's a girl, because obviously I know that I like girls at this point. Like, I think I like guys too, but I know I like girls. Like, I know I can have an attraction to girls, but I was not attracted to her. Like, it took everything in me, you guys. It took everything in me to force myself to like think she was cute because she was being nice to me. Don't ever settle. Always a catch in the end. Just remember that. Like I said, I was entertaining it for a while, and like the more we hung out, like, yes, I didn't really like you know, I didn't think she was cute, but it was fun hanging out with her. Like, we had fun the few times we hung out because, like, it was nothing serious. Like, once we got ice cream, it was fun. We would go to basketball games, and it would just be fun because I liked, like, being able to confide in someone in a different way, and, like, I liked that someone liked me. So we ended up starting to talk for, like, 3 months, and, like, I'm not gonna lie, I began to form, like, deep feelings because I'm like, you don't always have to just go for looks in people. Like, you can go for personality. And to me, at the time, her personality was like one that I liked. Like, I could tell that she cared for me and like wanted to be with me. So I thought. Yeah, I started to catch feelings for her. And then, like, after the 3 months, she asked me to be her girlfriend, and we started dating. Not for very long because I started peeping. But we did start dating. So I was in my first woman relationship. I also realized, like, yes, I was mentally attracted to her, but I was also starting to build a sexual attraction too. Like, I'm telling you, I forced myself to believe that she was attractive. That sounds so mean, but I did. I forced myself to believe that she was attractive because I fucked with how she thought. Like, I fucked with her mindset. I can't believe I'm saying this right now because I do not fuck with her. I began to kind of build a sexual attraction to her as well as a mental one. It was easy for me to understand her, like, going out into arguments because she is a girl. And, like, with guys, they just, a lot of the guys I dealt with, they didn't give a fuck to hear me out. Even when we were just talking and, like talking or whatever. Not dating, but, like, in a talking stage. Like, it was hard for guys to even hear me out. They don't ever make sense in arguments, and they're always right. But when you are talking to a girl, like, y'all get each other, first of all, because y'all are girls, and it's just, in some cases, it's easy to understand a girl. Yes, though, she still had a mentality, so sometimes I'll be like, all right, you're genuinely tweaking, and I have to stop going back and forth with you before I say something I don't mean. But yeah, most of the time it was easy to get where she was coming from because, like, we're both girls. So that was, like, the difference between, like, me dealing with guys and me dealing with girls. I could definitely tell that I enjoyed, like, dealing with girls better because we can get through arguments easier. But like I said, she had a mentality and she did me in the dirtiest way. I already told this story in my relationship session, but, like, yeah, she posted a picture, contemplating on putting the picture there. Literally the same day I left her house. And I don't really know, like, all the details or whatever, but I'm pretty sure she was tricking on somebody else, or she was tricking on me. Simple. Like, she was cheating on me. And that's that. So, like, this hurt more than, like, any guy that I've dealt with, like, even if they just wanted to crack. And I realized that this hurt more because it was my first woman love woman breakup, so I was just really torn. Like, I was so upset, and I couldn't believe someone would actually do this to someone else. Like, you have to be a really evil person to do this to someone. So I was just really upset about what she did, but also because, like, I thought that we formed a connection. Like, it took me a lot to even like you. So the way that you did me was just crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. It was crazy. And, like, I had never done this before, but I was asking, like, it made me feel self-conscious that she would even do this to me and embarrass me like that. So I'm like, what can I do differently? What do you want me to do? Like, how can I change when I didn't even need to do that? Not for that at all. I didn't know what I liked at this point. It was until I started, like, messing around with guys constantly, and I realized that I wasn't sexually attracted to them or mentally attracted to them. I wasn't attracted to them at all. I hate the way they think, and they don't take anything into consideration, and they're all bags. So with all those guys, like, I just liked the entertainment, for real. Like, they all entertain me. I like that. But when it came to girls, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I might be catching feelings. Like, it was not that with guys. And this is when I realized, okay, yeah, I'm not liking guys. I don't think I like guys anymore. Granted, I was still hanging out with them, but I was leaning more towards girls. Like, if I don't have a sexual attraction to you, if I don't have a mental attraction to you, we're not getting anywhere. How can I even have a conversation with you? It just wasn't giving guys for a relationship, for a partner for me. And that is when I realized that this was the summer of my senior year. So last summer, I realized, okay, I just don't fuck with guys. I like girls. At the end of the summer, I met Noelle, and, like, we hung out, but, like, I went into the hangout not really thinking anything of it. I wasn't really thinking that we were going to get into a relationship because I tend to rush things sometimes because of my feelings. So I didn't want to do that with her because that often does ruin things. So, like, when we hung out, it just felt like we were, like, best friends. Like, we clicked automatically. But yeah, when we hung out, we clicked so fast. Like, it was like like I knew of her for many years. Like I literally had a crush on her for a few years. I was plotting on her, but it was like we were friends for years when we hung out. Like it just felt right. So like by the end of the summer, it was like August, and I was leaving in like a week or two. So we hung out every single day. We went on little dates or whatever. We were just like spending the rest of the summer together. And obviously, I found myself catching feelings, but I didn't want to rush into things. You know, like we told each other, we addressed it, and she told me she had feelings for me as well. So like it felt pretty good. Like the connection was just there. Like when she had addressed me that she also liked me, it felt really different. And like, you know, like when you get butterflies when you're a kid, like this is like how I felt when like she had told me that she liked me. And I never have felt like this about a guy. Like it just was like, ah, oh my gosh, like someone actually for the actual first time, like this feels real. Like this connection feels like nothing ever before. I've never felt this kind of liking towards someone before. And here's a little bit of a TMI. You can skip maybe like 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this. But like this is how I this is when I knew that I was gay. Like I don't think I first of all, I've never met anyone like Noel, and I can't see myself with anyone else, let alone a guy, because not only is the mental attraction there, but the sexual attraction is 100% there. Like, I feel comfortable doing stuff with her sexually. And here's a tip: if you're not doing things with your partner and you're in a woman love woman relationship and you're not doing sexual things with your partner and they're only doing sexual things to you, like you're only receiving, you're not giving, girl, you're not gay. What? Like, I hate when people, like, I don't even get that. And I don't get touch me not, because my last relationship I was with a touch me not, and that made me kind of confused with myself, but I knew that I wanted to, you know, she just didn't want me to do that to her. But in a relationship with Noel, like it's there. So I feel comfortable doing it, and that's how I know like I'm done with guys. I'm for the girls, okay? I'm for the girl, okay? Like, it's really hard for me to say that I'm bisexual because, like I said, I don't see myself with anyone else. And obviously, Noelle is a girl, and I don't see myself with a guy, and I don't see myself with any other girl. So, like, the more our relationship begins to thrive, I would just say that I am a lesbian because, hello? No, I don't see myself being with a guy ever again. So now that I kind of just talked about my experience, like when I realized that I liked girls, I kind of want to talk about when I began to express it, like to my family, and kind of like how they reacted in a way, you know. So when I first told my parents that I liked girls and I had a crush, they immediately thought it was a phase, and I would tell them like, oh, I think she's cute, like da 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 da, and they would kind of like tune it out. And like this is when I kind of felt like they didn't really support me in this, because the way they grew up, that's wrong. Like their parents thought that was wrong, so they grew up thinking that was wrong. And when I was younger, I did think that it was wrong, but I didn't know why I thought it was wrong. I knew my parents would say, "You're not. That's not right." But I wanted to know why that wasn't right. Like I said, I was a curious kid when I was younger. So obviously I've had two girlfriends, Noelle and then my ex. Um, and when they would introduce my ex to family members, they would call her my friend. And like many black girls who are gay know that black parents just do this, and it seems so light, but it really is a problem, especially when you have a liking towards that someone. I don't want you to address them as my friend. If I wanted to address them as my friend, I would address them as my friend. I told you they're my significant other. I told you they're my girlfriend, and that's how I want them to be introduced, not my friend. So this really bothered me, and this is when I really felt like they don't support any of that gay shit. They were also really hesitant at first with having girls stay the night because guys would never be allowed to stay the night, but it's not the same. And I didn't even want to explain that to my parents or even try to, because it's going to be a I'm the parent, I'm right argument, and you're the kid and you're wrong. which I can see it from their point of view, of course. Like, if I had a liking towards a guy, he would never be allowed to stay the night because we could have sex and I could get pregnant. But with a girl staying the night, I cannot get pregnant. So I didn't really see the issue, but I respected their boundaries when they told me that. I still did ask sometimes, and they would allow it, and I would respect their boundaries. Now, that was the last relationship. Now that they have seen that, like, I obviously like girls, I'm in a new relationship. They have kind of did a complete 180. Um, I'm with Noelle now, and it's like very different. Like, and I cannot thank them so much just for supporting me and loving me for who I am and just allowing me to be who I am and express that in many ways. So they really have had a change of heart, mainly because they love Noelle, but I think it's because they're finally accepting me for who I am and my sexuality. They allow Noelle to stay the night. When they introduce her as my girlfriend, and they even stand up for me in a lot of cases. For instance, my biological dad is not really in my life that much, and he saw that I posted Noelle on TikTok, and he had texted my mom about it, like questioning it, and she confronted him. Basically, was like she likes girls, and that's okay, and she's allowed to express it in every way. Same Another incident happened with my aunt, and I brought Noelle over for Christmas, and my aunt, my grandma's faces just like kind of turned up when they saw her there, and that actually hurt me a lot because it's like you didn't even have to do that. You could have just faked it for literally another hour. You didn't even have to speak to me if you're so disgusted with the fact of that. And my mom comforted me, let me know that it's okay because it is okay, and she loves me for who I am, and if they can accept that, then oh well. My parents just love seeing me happy, so they learn to redirect their beliefs into what is right for me because they just want me to be happy at the end of the day. So I always thought I was going to get a lot of judgment, like coming out when I first started, which anyone is going to get judgment, especially when you're a black girl coming out as gay or lesbian. You are going to get a lot of judgment, and this is what I was scared of. Honest truth about like coming out and being scared that anyone's going to judge you, even your family, is just like in the most respectful way. Them. If someone does not support you and support who you love, they can be in your life from a distance. Their opinion is not going to help you grow and become a better person. Their negativity is not going to help you grow and become a better person. Like at the end of the day, they don't like that. Oh well, I still love you. You're still my family, or you're still my friend, but I don't give a shit about your opinion, and I'm going to like whoever I like because this is who I am at the end of the day. So yeah, that is basically my experience of becoming a part of the LGBTQ community, and it was kind of a rocky experience, but I just wanted to share it. Kind of like the last session, I just want to share it because I want people who kind of maybe even struggle with the same things to understand that it's okay. Like, it's fine. You're going to go through shit. You're going to be confused. You're going to be scared. You're going to, like, not want to be judged. But at the end of the day, that's you. And that's how you should live your life. Don't change it for anyone else. So, yeah, I just wanted to share my story. I hope you guys found some entertainment or whatever in this. And I hope you guys enjoyed this session. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.